Should be short and simple and ready to go here. Last day of prep here, we'll get on a plane. Then we got mock game meetings, bunch of meetings, 4 to 8 hour prep here pretty soon, and ready to go. Got to have a good day today.
Xavier Wheeler, and how's it?
Probably not going to go. Yeah, he's still battling that hip oblique. Trending for next week should be good.
What about Joey?
We'll see how he goes today.
What popped up? When did this pop up? What happened?
Teo, I'm not going to talk to you about injuries, man. You'll get the injury report. Obviously, it popped up in practice. You'll get the injury report today.
With Weaver being out.
It's just how we do it here. I don't talk about injuries for a number of reasons. Go ahead.
Like, looks like a guy like Zach Pascal can step up into a bigger role.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be fine. Joey will be fine. He'll be out there today.
What about a guy like Tip?
He's going to be fine. He'll be out there today.
Talked a lot about rushing Josh Allen as a group, as a unit, and being
Yeah.
really strict in how you rush as a group. How important is it for not only the defensive line, but maybe the linebackers and the secondary and
Everybody.
coverage to be disciplined?
Yeah, everybody has a hand in that. Not just the D-line, but if we're adding people in, pressures, whatever, we got to rush well as a unit. You got to cover well as a unit too. If he gets out of the pocket, coverage can break down. You just can't cover that long, So we got to do a good job, all three levels, of containing him, making sure that we try to keep him in, affect him, and then not let him generate explosives with his legs or his arm off of play extension. That's it's going to be a big time factor in the game.
You mentioned pressures, and a lot of times there's so much focus on the sack, but a lot of times pressures can result in other game-changing plays. Is that a key, certainly in this situation?
Yeah, I think affecting the quarterback's one of our core philosophies on defense, never changes. But the way that you do that is different week to week to week, and this is obviously a unique week because of the quarterback skill set.
Over the course of training camp and preseason, how have you seen the chemistry between Kaiser and Mac Wilson
Awesome.
start to generate?
Yeah, awesome. I mean, they're both very intelligent. They both communicate very effectively, and I don't think that was you guys. And they're doing a good job. I'm excited to see those guys play together.
We haven't talked a ton about Jonah Williams. I'm assuming
Yeah.
that's a good sign when you're talking about a veteran offensive lineman kind of just fitting in.
Yeah, I think it's funny that you talk about him. I thought that there was a couple guys yesterday when we watched the tape. It's like, okay, it's game week. You can tell they're getting ready to go a little bit. Some of those older vets kind of hit another gear going into the game week, And he's one of those guys, but he does it. I'm so glad we acquired him. He's awesome, true pro, smart, emotionally stable, consistent, good attitude, team first guy. Let me know what I got to do to help the team win. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to seeing him play.
1-for-1 last year in challenges. You got the new
It's
rule
good.
where you can earn one
100%.
back. Does it
100%.
change the approach? Do you guys evaluate?
No, I mean, it's just, you want it, if you do it, you want to have a reason for it, you know what I mean? We'll see how it goes game by game. I am 100% though. The ref actually, because I think I threw it for Seattle, right? Before the game, they come in at 90 minutes, and he was like, Coach, you're the only coach that hasn't thrown a red flag. I said, well, don't make me change it today, you know what I mean? So when I threw it, then he comes up to me, he starts laughing. I said, I'm winning this one. I guaranteed. I'm winning it. He goes, you got to be kidding me. He goes, last game of the year, you throw it. But, no, hopefully when I throw it, it's right.
Has there been emphasis in practices on the point of emphasis with the lining up on the line of scrimmage as we saw? I don't know if you saw
Yeah,
last
pre-snap penalties is a non-negotiable for us, so there's always an emphasis on all three phases.
Bills Mafia is known as a pretty rowdy fan
It's
base.
awesome.
Is it exciting to go to those places?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I love it. I love playing on the road. Honestly, to open the year on the road, I love it. It's going to be awesome for our guys to be in that environment. I love that it's honestly a 2-day trip because we're going there for 4 to 8 hours. Everyone has a different role, but it's all of them are important to try to win a game. Our guys have rallied behind that this week, and you got to do your job. But it'll be a fun, cool environment week one.
Anything special planned for the walkthrough tomorrow?
No. Standard operating procedure.
A lot of the guys say they feed off your energy. Do you feed off the players' energy?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I do. Yeah, it's cool to see the players get juiced up. You know what I mean? So, but you got to know yourself, and then you gotta temper that when you need to. It's an emotional game, man. You know, so that's like I said yesterday. Like people say, well, you know, don't be emotional. It's impossible. You just got to channel it the right way.
What have you seen from Starr in the last year, from after he came in to where he is now?
Yeah, consistency. You know, really knowing technique and the why behind each call. That for a DB, I think it's really important. Happened on Thursday. It's really important to him. Nick always talks about. We talk about, you know, the 3 S's of each call. You got to know them: situation, strength, stress. And when you put that into a DB, especially a corner, it's like, okay, am I the strength of the call, or does the stress fall upon me, right? And then you got to bleed your technique into that, and then you got to know who you're playing, and then what's, you know, what I can't give up, where I can be a little more aggressive within each call, each down and distance. There's a game within a game going on. That's awesome, you know. And I think that he's done a really good job of that since he's been here, since he got here, to where he's at now is really understanding how his technique, how he can change his technique to be more aggressive or less aggressive by the call, or know what route he cannot give up or what route he can give up, you know. Where is his help on what routes, on the splits of guys. He's really taken his game mentally to another level. That's where I like where he's at.
What do you see as the key for the secondary overall on Sunday?
I mean, do what you're coached to do.
How do you feel when you hear players, I'm sure you hear, when they repeat a lot of the things, you're kind of little, you know, whatever you want to call them, sayings, know it, whatever.
I don't have a lot of sayings, Howard. I don't know. Maybe they're listening.
You saw what Mac did with the T-shirts for the team?
Which one?
Well, he has a T-shirt that has one on the top front, and then
Team and you.
over you on the back.
Yeah, we got a lot of guys that my only rule with T-shirts, I love them. They got to be kind of our colors, and then you got to give one to everybody. So I got 2 of those. I got one in white, one in yellow from Mac. Zach Pascal has a shirt. You know, we wear that. Mac, Kyler, Buddy, Drew Terrell. We got a couple different shirts circulating. It's cool. Special teams. Dortch has a shirt floating around.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay. Thanks, guys.